I welcome to Peepaw Vision, for God's sake. It's just pitiful. No one does anything for me is the issue, but your man Stanford Steve just gives me so much crap. He's like, Scott, you just have to try. Like, so here we are. Let me answer the
All right.
question about
Yes, sir.
tonight.
Hello.
Okay. You know, Goodman, you know that the building can be great. It was not great tonight. It was good. Good building was good tonight, not great. And it helped. They got shot makers. They got guys that can make shots now. And that's a huge deal. Like they were good defensively last year. They just couldn't make shots. But Gillespie is fantastic. Rice, it's so good to see him healthy, making shots. Queens, he's the guy that's got all the headlines coming in. But they make shots. Selton is not afraid. My man will pull from anywhere at any time. Love him. So it was a fun night. It was a really fun night. I apologize the mic didn't work, but it was a cool night in College Park.
Are you all in now on this team? And I know you're always all in, right? You're a fan. But now, after last week, going on the road to Champaign and Bloomington, and I don't care. Listen, my daughter's Indiana Hoosiers aren't what we thought they were. Anybody thought they'd be. But still, winning in Bloomington is still a good win. And, then you come back on this one and, you're down and Derek Queen's struggling from the field, and Jacoby's kind of icing his knee over there, and I don't know what was going on. He was on the sideline for a while, but they come back, and I just think their team fits together. And I never thought I'd say that with two bigs, but like Reese and Queen and Gillespie and Selton, and their team just fits together pretty well.
They're figuring it out. I mean, early in the year, Kevin was trying to figure out what are we going to do. Because honestly, you didn't mention DHS and Deshaun Harris Smith was such a big deal locally because he's a PVI kid, and they put out a zillion high level guys yearly, and Maryland hadn't gotten anybody from there. So when they got him, that was a big deal. He tonight made a huge three and played great defense, which he always does. So he contributed, but he's off the bench now, and he's a small piece as opposed to trying to be a big piece. The pieces fit together. They've got guys that can make shots. Am I all in? I was never not all in. Like they lost a bunch of close games. They went to Mackey. They had the lead. They lost. The Washington game was a one-off. It was awful. They had a double-digit lead in Oregon. They lose by 3. They had the lead at Northwestern. They lose with .7 on the clock. So last week was huge because they won a couple road games, and now the students are back. And as I say, the building was really good. There's still another gear for the building. They get a week off. They go to Ohio State. That'll be an interesting one because that Ohio State team came in, and Maryland beat them by about 1,000, and they're way better than that. So that'll be a tough spot. But look, John knows this. Like if you got guards that can make shots and you got bigs, you got a chance. So, like, I look at it like they got a chance, man. They're like in the Big Ten. Michigan State's really good. You guys pointed out they haven't played the top end of the schedule, and then their fans get all pissed off because you pointed that out. You were just pointing. It's just a fact. They played the bottom of the league, man, and their fans get mad. No one's saying they're not good. They're really good, but they haven't played Purdue, Wisconsin, Maryland. Like they're going to play some teams. They're going to lose. That team's not an team. They're a really good team. They're the best team in the Big Ten right now. Hear me, certain fans. But you're going to take some L's. It happens.
I think Maryland personally, they have that mold of like that Iowa State, that those teams that can defend at a high level and have the dynamic guards to kind of take them over the top. I saw that they're projected to be like a 7 or 8 seed. That's scary, right? A team like that being, and obviously they'll probably ascend up, but right now they're projected. And I always say when we were the number 1 seed, our toughest game was the 7-8, the second game of that weekend, because it was kind of an underachieving team that kind of snuck in. So Maryland kind of has that feel like they're probably going to go up a little bit in seeding, but this is a team. I mean, if they get a 4 or 5 seed, could be a force to be reckoned with. They've got the shot makers, they got the bigs. Selton Miguel was here at USF. Nobody really knew about him, but I mean, he was a monster here. I saw him play a lot. So Maryland is on a roll right now, and in the right time of the season as well, going into tournament season and in the back end of the league play.
Well, the Iowa State comparison, John, like that's That's high praise to me, man. Good God, that team's tough as nails.
I just in the
That
mold
team's
of
tough.
Iowa State, just the defensive
I
pressure, but they
understand.
got
Well,
the
I mean, I'll take that. I'll take that comp. I just think that team plays so hard, and they're so hard to beat. But the point you make about the seeding, I think for the moment, I get why it is what it is. Their out of conference was awful. We understand that. But they listen. You're giving people the script here. Speaking of Iowa State, where if your out of conference isn't great, but you beat the crap out of them, you can kind of game the net.
Mhm.
But the metrics love him too. Ken Palm loves him too. So, and there's a reason why Ken Palm I think likes him, and I think you see it on a night like tonight. So I don't know. Like I saw them compared to Michigan and Michigan seed line and Maryland seed line right now, and I'm thinking, well, I don't know how much different Michigan's resume is than Maryland. They've won a few more road games. But look, like I try to avoid that honestly at this time of year because it's January. It's about to be February, but we got a whole month of conference play. The seed line will sort itself out. But the good news is about 4 games ago, Maryland fans are going, damn, are we gonna miss the tournament? Like, and that doesn't look like that. Like this is a scary team potentially. Potentially.
Feel the
All right,
68
Scott.
after dark on this Wednesday. Scott Van Pelt is with us. Go ahead, Goodman. I'm sorry, my friend. It's wanted to reset the scene.
No,
here, my
you're
friend.
good. You're good.
Goodman wants to
Scott,
bring up Hubert Davis. I've been hearing Hubert Davis in Carolina for the last 7 days. So
We're gonna
I'm
get
just
to
gonna
that.
look. We're gonna get to that.
Hampton,
Okay,
you want to
I was
do
gonna
it
say,
now?
let's get it out the way. Let's just get it out the way
All
because
right.